Hi guys, and welcome to my channel. Today is week 8 of my 52 weeks of personal growth, which is a series I'm doing every single week on my channel where I talk about how I'm feeling and what I'm getting up to in all my weeks in terms of goals and personal growth and just what I'm getting up to in life, so I can look back on this and see the journey and how far I've grown and changed within a year. And this week, for week 8, it is from the 19th of February to the 25th of February. And it was another really good week, which makes me happy that so far every week has been more or less very good. Not saying everything's perfect, but everything's going really well for the start of the year. I feel like I'm accomplishing things and I've got a good and healthy mindset and I'm learning a lot and it's all just going really well and things are just going the way I want them to go, which is nice. So Monday the 19th, I had a day off. At the moment it seems like my days off are on Mondays, which is kind of nice because in my opinion it's quite a good day to have a day off because everyone else is working, so it's just a day for me to get stuff done. Monday's the start of the week. It's nice to just get things done and get organised for the rest of the week, because if my day off was on a weekend I would be busy anyway, socialising and doing things, so I would never get an actual relaxing day. So it's nice. And yeah, I just got jobs done, and that night I had a family dinner with Will's family and some family friends, and that was really nice and fun. Tuesday, Wednesday and Thursday I just worked all day, every day, which was good. Friday I went and saw my cousin's swimming carnival. She went to the private school that I went to, so it was really nice to go back there and just see all the vibes and how things have changed and just support her through her races. And it was quite fun. Saw some friends and some old teachers and stuff like that, so it was pretty cool. And then I worked, and that was a really fun work shift actually. And then after that I had some drinks at my work, because then I went out to watch some people play in a band that I know of, and yeah, so Will came and picked me up and we had some drinks at my work and just had some fun, and then headed down to where the band was playing and then just had some more drinks after that and just had a really nice night actually. So Friday was really good. Oh yeah, and that was Will and my 19 months together. And then Saturday I worked all day and that was also fun. And then at night time that afternoon I went for a run with Will's sister and his brother. And the three of us, yeah, we went for a run, and then we had a movie night and made pizza together, so it was really fun. Will was working at a wedding, so he wasn't there. And yeah, we had a great night. And then Sunday I worked again, and that was the first day I had to count up all the money in the till and balance everything out. So I did that all by myself for the first time, and apparently it went perfectly, I found out today. My manager or boss was very proud of me, and yeah, she just said everything went well, so that's really good. And then straight after work, as soon as I got home, Will picked me up for a surprise, and I had no idea what we were going to do. He just got me to get in his car, and then we were driving for a while, and he took us to Noodle Box, which is, we have lots of little, in our relationship we have lots of little rituals, or not really rituals, just like lots of favourite little things we do together. Like we have certain foods we love together, and like our special places and like inside jokes and stuff like that. And a lot of our favourite things do revolve around food, and one of them is we go to Noodle Box every now and again. It's like something we really like doing together. I guess we just have really good memories the first time we got it together, and then we just sort of kept doing it and stuff. So he took us there and we got a takeaway Noodle Box, and then we got back in the car, and then we were driving for ages again, and then he took me to the botanical gardens up at Mount Lofty, which we had both never been to before, and oh my god, it's so beautiful and just magical. It was amazing. Will and I really love nature and just the beauty of nature, and that's we realised that when we went travelling Europe that our favourite thing had everything to do with nature, not so much buildings and stuff like that. So it was so beautiful. So he set up a picnic and he had bought all of our favourite snacks and stuff like that. So he got some finger buns because that was something I really loved last year. So he just knows that's my favourite. And we have like this special dip that we like. He just got all these little snacks that is our favourite things, and we also have a cup of tea every night. So he even brought tea on the picnic because it's just one of our things that we do. And it was just very, very cute and spontaneous, and it was such an amazing afternoon that we had together, just doing all those things, and we were just talking for a long time. And then we went for a walk around the botanical gardens, and we went and saw a lake down there and stuff, and then we went back home. So that was really beautiful. So the week ended on a perfect note. It was really, truly an amazing week. And so that's what I got up to. But in terms of like goals and personal growth wise, last night I don't know, what I've noticed recently is that my most productive time is at night time. Not so much in the morning. I get creative ideas and I think of doing things, and when it comes to organising and planning my goals, sometimes even at night I start feeling like decluttering and cleaning and stuff. It's always at night time I have the urge to do those sorts of things, which is super random. And don't get me wrong, I can be like that during the day, but my most productive time is at night time, I'm realising. Whether that's good or bad, I'm not sure. But anyway, so last night, very late, I decided, I came across a quote, and it was, "A goal without a plan is just a wish." And I've heard that several times before, but you know, when you just come across something again and it might mean a bit more to you that time or something like that. And I just thought about it, and I'm like, I'm really into goals, and I've tried so hard to organise it perfectly, and I found it quite challenging to find the right way of organising it and motivating myself to actually complete them all. But that quote just really stuck with me last night, and I was like, yeah, I've got all these goals and I can organise it however I like, but without having a plan of how to complete them all, it's just not going to happen. And I guess in my head I had a bit of a plan, sort of, but I didn't have a specific plan for every goal and how I was going to complete it. So I just had a list of goals I wanted to complete. So I actually went crazy last night for over an hour. I would say 2 hours probably, reorganising my goals and coming up with a plan of when and how to achieve them. So what I've now done, and how I've decided to organise my goals, is we're going into March now, it's the end of February. So I've just written every month for the rest of the year. So I wrote March, April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November, December. And then under all the months, I've written the goals I want to achieve every month. So instead of just having a whole list, everything I want to achieve within the year, I've now dedicated a time when to focus on that, and I feel like that's so much better, because before it was very overwhelming having this big list of goals and I didn't know what should come first, what I should work on and all that sort of stuff. But now I've actually told myself what I need to achieve in what month, so it's not as overwhelming. It's all been broken up into how, when and how I want to get things done. And I was doing a lot of Googling for how other people organise it, because I found that also helped me. And I came across a blog post of a girl. She wrote some questions she asks herself to create and plan out a goal. And the questions she asked herself is, what do you want? And then she wrote, be specific. And then she said, why do you want it? What will you gain? And how will life change? And then she said, what is holding you back and what obstacles will you face? And then she said, go for it. Break down big goals into small tasks. Create a game plan. Tackle one small task at a time. And I loved that, so I wrote it down instantly on my goals page. Because now when I'm focusing on one goal at a time, I'm going to ask myself those questions and plan them out, because I find that they're very good questions and it really, really helps. And you can work out why it's important to you, why you want it, and why you're not maybe going ahead and doing those goals and stuff like that, like what's stopping you. So I feel like I'm going to ask myself those questions for every single goal. And yeah, so I'm really happy with that I've broken it down. And another thing I saw a lot of people have done is they've done something called 100 level 10 life goals. And the title to me sounds a bit weird, to be honest, but pretty much it's just levels. So it's goals broken up into sections, which I've also done previously just on my own. And so there's categories like I've done. So there's family and friends, personal development, spirituality, finances, relationship, physical environment, health and fitness, giving and contribution, career and business, and fun and recreation. So that's 10 categories. And then for each category, you need to think of 10 goals. So altogether, it's 100 goals technically. And I found that quite challenging because I did not have that many goals to start with. So I actually had to force myself to think of other goals I wanted to complete. So that was quite a big deal. But it got me thinking of what I want in life. And some of them are like really small things. They're like more to-do list or bucket list things. And also, this is not 100 goals I need to complete by the end of the year. This is more like a life thing now. But then from all those 100 goals, I've chosen the ones I want to complete this year and placed them under the months I want to complete them. So I think this is the best system I've had so far because it has the categories which I originally had at the start of the year, but then it's just choosing the ones I want to focus on, and then I put them under the month I want to complete them in. So I feel like it's not as overwhelming, but it also gives me a look at everything I want to achieve, you know, in the next 10 years sort of thing. Like it's a lot of big things. Some of them are 10-year goals. So it's quite crazy. But I'm also well aware that life changes, people change, things change. So this won't necessarily stay like this. I'm going to change all the time, and that's okay. But for right now, with where my priorities are at and what I want in life, these are my 100 goals. So it's a lot, but I like how I've organised it, and I'm just going to give this a trial and see how it goes. So now I'm only going to focus on March and what I need to complete for that, and I'll see if that works. So hopefully that's all good. So yep, that's everything. And also last week I exercised quite a lot, which I'm really happy about because that's something I've been wanting to do a lot more, and I'm also going to be doing that this week. And I keep forgetting to mention about my challenges. So I've got a challenge I want to do every single month, and this month, February, is the squat challenge. I think I mentioned it at the start of the month, but I've forgotten to talk about it ever since. And I also, by the way, put those challenges in on my goals list on the page for each month, so because it is a goal that I want to complete really. And the squat challenge is going great. I've done every day so far, including today, and I feel like it's working. I feel like I could have done a bit more of a challenge in terms of squats because I've done this challenge before. I should have done like a harder level because this one isn't as challenging for me as I know the one above would have been, but it's still been good, and I know it's making a difference, and it's better than nothing, to be honest. So I'm really happy with that. And I've also found out, sort of, or come to realization in recent times, what I want to do as my career in my future, in this present moment. That it can change, obviously. So that makes me feel happy because that's something I've just never known with what I want to do. And I think I want to be do event management and business, like wedding planning and functions and organising, yeah, events and stuff, because it's a job that would never get boring because you're always doing something different, and yeah, no event is the same. And I've always, from the day I was born, been into organising. Like I've always been that kid that's like clean and organised, and just I love it. And I feel like arranging someone's wedding or event or party is just so exciting, like organising it all for them and taking the stress off other people. And because another thing I wanted to do in life that I've always said is help people, but I feel like this is a form of helping people, and I feel like this would just give me, it will be more rewarding and more eventful and fun than anything else I can think of. And I just think it brings me so much joy, and I love weddings, and it's crazy because I've only ever been to 2, but I love everything about weddings, and I'm constantly looking at design and wedding photos. Even on Instagram I just see all these photos of events that pop up. It must be because I look at it so much, so like it can, yeah, so photos automatically come up my feed about that stuff. I just love weddings, like this whole style, and I'm just looking at, you know, oh wow, this is how they've set up the table, and look at this decoration piece, and it's all so well put together, and I love everything about it. So thinking I might want to do a course on that at uni or something, but I'm in no rush because I still have a lot of work experience to do, and I'm loving my work at the moment, so I want to keep doing that and learning more. But eventually I do want to get some experience at a function, an event company or something like that, and then just take it from there. And I'm very excited. I could go into so much more detail about it, but this video is very long and I just have so much to talk about this week because just so much happened. But it was a great week. I'm gonna stop here, so thank you so much for watching, and I'll have way more to update you on next week because I just have so much to talk about. I'm feeling really good and everything's just going great, so thank you, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!